Now we will read about insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants depend on insects. They depend on insects. They depend on insects for their nutrition. Insects for their nutrition. For their nutrition. Insectivorous plants depend on insect for their nutrition. They are insect-eating plants. They are insect-eating plants. They are insect-eating plants. Insectivorous plants grows in the soil. They grows in the soil which contain less amount of nitrogen. They grow in soil. They grow in soil which contains less amount of nitrogen. They are generally green plants. They are generally green plants. Generally green plants. Green plants which perform photosynthesis. Which perform photosynthesis. Which perform photosynthesis. Which perform photosynthesis to obtain a part of their food. To obtain a part of their food. Example of insectivorous plants are Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. Example is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. The pitcher plant have modified leaf. It is having a modified leaf which forms a pitcher or jug-like structure. It is having pitcher plant have modified leaves. It is having modified leaves which forms a pitcher or jug-like structure. Which forms a pitcher or jug-like structure. Jug-like structure. And the top part of the leaf. The top part of the leaf works like a flap or lid. It works like a flap or a lid. When the insect enters the pitcher, the lid of the pitcher closes. The lid of the pitcher closes and the insect gets trapped. The insect gets trapped. Then the pitcher releases digestive juices. The pitcher releases digestive juices. Which help in the digestion of insect. And then the nutrients are absorbed, and then the nutrients are absorbed. Now we will read about saprotrophs. Saprotrophs. The plants and organisms that depends on dead and decaying matter. That depends on dead and decaying matter for their nutrition. They are called saprotrophs. The plants and organisms that depends on dead and decaying matter. It depends on dead and decaying matter for their nutrition. For their nutrition. They are called saprotrophs. They are called saprotrophs. Saprotrophs obtain their nutrition from dead and decaying matter. So saprotrophs secretes digestive juices onto dead and decaying matter so that it gets dissolved. And then they obtain the nutrition from it. Saprotrophs releases digestive juices onto dead and decaying matter to dissolve it. And then obtain the nutrition from it. Example, Indian pipe. Coral roots and fungi. You might have seen fungi growing on the several things like pieces of bread, clothes, leather. Wherever moisture is available, the fungi starts growing on those things. Now we will read about symbiosis. Sometimes organisms live together. To provide food and shelter to each other. Sometimes organisms live together to provide food and shelter to each other. This kind of relationship is called symbiosis. This type of relationship type of relationship is called symbiosis. Is called symbiosis. Many fungi lives in the roots of the plants. They lives in the roots of the plants and absorbs the nutrients from the plants. They absorb the nutrients from the plants, and in return they helps the plants to absorb water and minerals from the soil. Sometimes fungi leaves in the roots of the plants and absorb nutrients from them In return, they help the plant to absorb water and minerals. In return, they help the plants to absorb nutrients and minerals from the soil. In organisms called lichens. In organisms called lichens, algae, which contains chlorophyll, and a fungus lives together, lives together. The fungus provide shelter, water and nutrients to the algae. Fungus provides water, shelter and nutrients to the algae, and the algae produces food and provide the food to the fungus. It produces food and provides it to the fungus. So these are the 4 types of heterotrophic plants.